Dear board members, my name is Minister Lee. I am the CEO of the above organization, and we would like your help in stopping black women from dying of breast cancer. All I ask is for 30 minutes of your time. I encourage you to later spend some time at home or at work reading the little red folder in front of you because, regardless of your profession, there is information to be learned. That folder tells you all about us, how we think, and how we problem solve. You need to know that there are others in this country working toward our survival and for us to win. We must support one another as other nationalities. We must overcome the damage done by slavery to our thinking. When I began to write this letter, I told my ancestors that I was up to bat. I told my ancestors that this was my last battle. My task is to get you to help. I told them to put magic in my hands as I wrote this letter because I had an enemy I had to kill. The sun and the moon would have to stand still in the sky for me to complete this assignment. We have a disease that is destroying the soul and the minds of black women and threatening our very existence. We have no choice but to fight to win. The Black Panthers and Frederick Douglass taught us that we have a great responsibility to one another that cannot be abdicated. When I finish, you will have only one question to answer for yourself, and that is, will I help? We are aware this is an inordinate amount of information, but it is important that you get the full picture. I do not know you, so I have to talk to all of you. I guarantee you that when you finish reading, you will appreciate our research. We can save lives if we work together. The only people that can stop these deaths are us. Someone in your organization or your relative may be fighting this disease or walking around not knowing the cancerous cells that are growing in her body. Help us save lives by supporting our breast cancer campaign and conducting a fundraiser. Our organization is conducting a long campaign to get the word out that early detection saves lives. I have enclosed information to convince your board to help. We need your help to reach 1 million black women in Pennsylvania and throughout the country. We want black men and women to download and read the free book, Black Women and Breast Cancer. We also want them to download a flyer and the link to our database to share with other black women. We are a research organization and a book distributor. Our research caused us to start this campaign. We produce 2 one-hour television shows and 2 one-hour radio shows each week dedicated to helping black women and children. We focus on improving the health of women, educating and trying to prevent the incarceration of black males, and teaching people to read. We developed 3 programs to prevent black women from dying of cancer, to stop the incarceration of black men, and to teach people to read. It is the breast cancer campaign that I write to you about today. Breast cancer has become a silent pandemic among us women, ravaging our dreams of a healthful life, destroying our self-image, peace of mind, and self-esteem, and leaving our families in untold anguish and despair. The world has dedicated October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month in good faith. However, that is not enough. While October calls the world's attention to breast cancer, some leaders have used Breast Cancer Awareness Month for PR, while others do so for their own political milestones. At the same time, so many people talk about breast cancer in October merely because others talk about it. Still, they do not do enough. For the women close to us, our mothers, sisters, nieces, cousins, and friends who have breast cancer, they face an ugly reality they must wake up to every day. They live with the pain they must adapt to, hoping and wishing that they will recover and resume a normal life. While some beat the monster breast cancer and live to tell the story, some lose their breasts, an essential symbol of womanhood, and others lose their lives. Yet, we dedicate only a single month out of 12 to creating awareness about this monster that robs us of the joy and privileges of being a woman. I submit that much has been done to create awareness about breast cancer. However, I am persuaded that there is still much more to do to create awareness and take actionable steps to help affect women know that they are not alone. This is a call for women to help us and for every woman to be more watchful over their health. We do not have to wait for the suffering women to tell us their stories so we can support them. We need to commit not just 1 month in a year to breast cancer, but every day of our lives to sharing information about breast cancer with other women. Join us in our Black Women and Breast Cancer campaign because we are stronger beyond our knowledge when we are united. One of the women on your staff or a volunteer will be told this year that she has breast cancer. What are you going to do to tell her that fighting breast cancer is not something that you do? We would like for the Black Women in Sport Foundation to help us distribute the double-sided flyer entitled "There Are Two Books You Must Read This Year." See an attachment. To women and men regarding breast cancer. We're asking people to copy and share the flyer with 5 Black women. We can ship 1,000 flyers to you. We would also like you to post a large poster in your organization that discusses 10 famous Black women who died of breast cancer. The poster contains 2 QR codes that will take people to the free book, Black Women and Breast Cancer, and to an online data bank with videos and scads of information regarding breast cancer. This should spur more people to take better care of themselves. Breast cancer is not a woman's issue. It is a family issue because when a family loses a wife and a mother, there is no repair. We are concerned that women over 50 will say to themselves, if I haven't got cancer by now, I'm not going to get it. This is not true. Black women cannot afford to be just concerned with breast cancer during the month of October. It must be a yearly concern. We offer a free book entitled Black Women and Breast Cancer that can be uploaded online. We also offer an array of information from our website that men and women can read during their lunch hour. We want people to realize that they can learn more about their bodies through reading. Eventually, men will know just as much about breast cancer as women, which is the way it should be because there are some men raising children alone. There is a great possibility that one or more of your members are unaware that they have breast cancer. Getting a mammogram this year may save their lives. The genesis of breast cancer can start 10 years before the lump is detected. Some of your members will take our campaign seriously and try to get the information into hands of as many people as they can all around the state. They will share among their families and friends and coworkers and ask them to do the same. People will become more comfortable discussing various illnesses and personal experiences. I ask you to help us reshape the history of Black people. Our history must become a history of working together where we all win. The home is the life force of the community. It is there that we must wage our fight to preserve ourselves. This is why it is important that people read so that they can learn how to make the necessary changes in their lives to become more productive and more fruitful. Secondly, since we are book distributors, we offer your organization a fundraising opportunity to raise money for a long desired project for your supporting our breast cancer campaign. We offer the series Women of Courage to sell as your fundraiser. Your organization will earn 40% of all the money realized from the book sales. You can decide how long you want the fundraiser to last. Your members can sell the book series to friends, family, co-workers, sorority or fraternity members, or neighbors. Depending on the enthusiasm of your organization, Black Women in Sport Foundation stands to raise between $50,000 to $70,000. This should have an enormous impact on facilitating a desired project. This endeavor isn't just about books. It is about reshaping your legacy to ignite change. Imagine a fundraiser that not only uplifts your organization's finance, but also magnifies your influence and impact in the community. Imagine the profound impact of your organization, not only advocating for a noble cause, but also directly contributing to its advancement. While I understand that you may have reservations or concerns about this idea, I hope you will consider the potential benefits it could bring to your organization, family, and the wider community. The objective of the book fundraiser is twofold. It's spiritual enrichment. We selected thought-provoking books that align with Black women in Sports Foundation's values and teachings that can deepen our understanding of our faith and strengthen our connection with one another. Our second objective, fundraising for a good cause. Simultaneously, we will use this opportunity to raise funds for causes that are dear to your hearts, such as supporting local charities, improving your facilities, and providing assistance to those in need. The proceeds from the book sales and related events can contribute directly to these initiatives. In preparation for this event, we provide a red folder explaining in depth the history of our organization, the genesis of our programs, and our overall goals and objectives. Please spend a little time examining our submission while making your decision to support our Black Women and Breast Cancer campaign. Our intention is not to burden you or your members with our cause. But as we said earlier, breast cancer affects everyone, and we need a team working on this campaign to be successful. From our research, we believe breast cancer to be an intractable problem. The life of Black women is now threatened by two factors: violence in the home and breast cancer. And if we do not act, her children will be in jeopardy. I thank you for your tireless dedication to your community. I look forward to the possibility of working together to bring this idea to fruition and to continuously making a difference in the lives of black men and women. I can be reached at 734-686-1444 or email murderedvoices@gmail.com. When we work together, we will win. I am attaching 3 newspaper articles regarding the murders of black children in foster care, so you will know our statements are not hyperbole. One last thing. My father was a hard man, but I knew he loved me. He had 21 children between 2 women. When I was 8, he began to talk to me about men. He told me never trust a man if all he can do is wear a suit, and never trust a man to have my back. I should always be prepared to fight alone. He said for me to drink my liquor straight and never let a man hand me a drink in a bar. He said before I make a deal with any man, I am to look him in the eye to take his measure and then look at the collar of his shirt. I enclosed information regarding our organization, but if you desire a more personal conversation, I have no problem with flying to Philadelphia to make eye contact. For this is a great and mighty thing I ask you to do. This is a discussion of our Black Women and Breast Cancer campaign.
Please copy and share this information with 5 other Black women. This information can save your life. Do not assume you know all of the ramifications of breast cancer. Early detection can save lives. There are 2 books that you must read this year. These 2 books were written to save your life. One book is free and the other book costs $16.95. The free book is entitled Black Women and Breast Cancer. You can download a copy of the free book at https://touchedbythelight.us. The commercial book is entitled The Prayer Jar. You can only purchase the Prayer Jar at God's World, 13533 West 7th Mile Road, Detroit, Michigan. Again, these are 2 powerful books. Both books were written to save your life. If you do not want to find yourself dying and leaving your young children behind to be abused, fending for themselves, you will read these books. The most wretched person in the world is a motherless child. Why should your child be one? The first book, Black Women and Breast Cancer, will give you all the information you need to get you to go in and get a mammogram today. You'll learn the importance of early detection. You will learn what happened to women who ignored getting a mammogram. And you will learn about what happened to their children when they died. No child should be left to live without their mother. The most important question you must ask yourself today is, do I want to live? If the answer is yes, you will make an appointment to get your mammogram. You need to answer this question. Your life and the destiny of your child depend on your answer. If you want to be a good mother, you will take care of their health so that you can remain in your child's life. Much is contained in your answer. To live a better life, you must sit down and take a really good look at yourself, not your neighbor next door or your husband or your boyfriend. You must sit down and take a really good look at yourself and be honest and ask yourself, what do I want and what do I need? Truth and honesty in life is a very important ingredient in living a fulfilling life. Now, that second book, The Prayer Jar, which is on sale at God's World, is equally important because we all know prayer changes things. Years ago, my brother would tell this joke. There was a man who was in trouble, and he was not a religious man. And he was not much of a sinner, but he did something stupid, and he got himself in trouble. He could find no way out of that trouble. Finally, the man said to himself, I wonder if I pray, would God help? I haven't prayed in years. The pain of his situation got so intense, he finally decided to pray. The first thing he said to God was, Lord, I know I have not prayed in more than 30 years, but if you help me this time, I guarantee you, I will not wait 30 more years to pray to you again. Prayers help. Cancer does not care how old you are, so help us get the word out that early detection saves lives. Download the booklet, Black Women and Breast Cancer, and purchase the book, The Prayer Jar, to help us in our mission. If you need prayer, email us at murderedvoices@gmail.com. If you are fearful, email us. If you just want to talk, email us. You are not alone. We broadcast every week to give people courage to face another day. We, the women of this country, are going to fight this disease until we win. If you don't have a God, find one. A God is good to have around when you're dealing with cancer. So do not fear. You are not alone. We broadcast on television and the radio 4 days a week to encourage you to fight for your life. So why not join us? Our shows are archived on the YouTube channel, Touched by the Light Publishing. Take this opportunity to view several of our videos on breast cancer. Your life will be changed when you watch our videos and read the book, Black Women and Breast Cancer. Too many Black women are still dying of breast cancer. We need to be more aggressive in our fight. Please join with the Women of Courage show to help save women from breast cancer by purchasing a book to raise awareness of this issue. We support ourselves by selling books. Our entire collection can be seen at www.touchedbythelight.us. If you are not willing to fight for your life by getting a mammogram today, I want you to go to YouTube and watch the video, Baby Elephant Separated from His Mom Cries for Help. That baby elephant is screaming for his mother. No child should be left without his or her mother. Do not say you love your child if you're not willing to fight for your life. You also can go to https://nisv.info and download the PDF file Black Women and Breast Cancer and send the PDF file to 5 of your friends, family members, co-workers, or neighbors. With a little assistance, you can help us fight this disease. For more information, call 734-786-3233. Leave a message and we'll get back with you. When we work together, we win. Thank you. Minister Gloria Lee.
Remember, there are 2 important books you must read this year to protect your life.
Remember, early detection saves lives. Early detection of breast, cervical, or colorectal cancer can find cancer when it's most treatable or before it starts. Screening has helped lower the U.S. cervical cancer death rate by more than 50% in the last 30 years. Across the nation, mammograms prevent 12,000 deaths each year.
Those who do not read are no better off than those who cannot read. What you do not know is in a book. This video was brought to you by the Women and Children's Restoration Ministries.